I'm back. Yeah. See how late Joe Biden will be. What is this song? This song needs to stop. Alright. Just waiting on Joe Biden. Only a matter of time before homeboy shows up.
You're a lying dog-faced pony show.
Hey, shut up. Biden, where you at?
You're a lying dog-faced.
Biden, you ready to talk?
All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
Oh, okay, thanks, man. Biden, why are you so late?
Come on, man.
Oh. Sorry. Yeah, we'll wait till he comes out. In the meantime, I'm gonna make a sandwich.
All men and women created.
the President of the United States and the First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden.
My gosh, about time.
I got to talk to you.
I'd love to talk to you.
How you doing, Tina?
I gotta talk to you?
On Tuesday.
I know,
I'm very
I know.
excited.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Man, how are you? Man,
Hey,
nice to see how you doing. I feel silly sitting down in front of all of you here.
he's made that joke like 20 times.
All men and women created
Joe
by
Biden, I'm Jill
go
Scott.
you.
Another same joke.
Before I sign, let me start with a few words about what's going on now in Florida. And, the people who are here, who were part of what happened that night at the Pulse nightclub, and the scores that I just spoke to a moment ago, they're online looking at this.
Like
They
myself.
understand that what it's like to have to wait and wonder what happened. The families, I remember going down there to the Pulse nightclub afterwards and wondering, is it my son, my daughter, my husband, someone I love? Is that who got lost? Because they didn't know for certain initially. And as Congressman Cicilline knows, there's nothing worse than having to wait and wonder what happened. And I know, Val, when you were a police chief, you had to go through waiting a lot as well. And so I just want to say I've spoken to Governor DeSantis, and we've provided all the help that they need. We sent the best people from FEMA down there. We're going to stay with them with the disaster declaration we made, provide for everything from housing to, God forbid, whether there's a need for moratoria for the bodies to be placed, everything in between. And but I just want to say, and I'm sure I speak for all the members of the Congress here today and all the survivors here, that it's a tough time. There's so many people waiting. Are they alive? Will they?
I can't imagine waiting to find out information
So our
like
heart
that.
goes out to them, and
Honestly, that's
the people of Florida.
that's gotta be the hardest
I've
thing.
spoken to Debbie Wasserman Schultz. I've spoken to most of the folks down there and member and authority. And I promise you, the administration, the Congress are doing everything possible to be of assistance now and after this occurs, after they decide exactly what the state of play is. But I'm glad to welcome everyone here to the adjunct to the White House here and in person and virtually. Survivors and family members, victims, and the path-breaking leaders like Senator Baldwin. Just over 5 years ago, the Pulse nightclub, a place of acceptance and joy, became a place of unspeakable pain and loss. And we'll never fully recover, but we'll remember. And we have to, what we're going to do is what the members of Congress here did, enshrine in law, as a consequence of that law, enshrine in perpetuity, literally a monument to the loss that occurred there and an absolute determination that we're going to deal with this every single solitary day and make sure that we're not in a position to see this happen again. Behind me, you see on either board there the 49 lives lost, family members, parents, friends, veterans, students, young, Black, Asian, Latino, all fellow Americans. And in their memory, and for the countless others forever scarred, is why I signed this today. And let me say how much I appreciate, and I mean this sincerely, the commitment of the members of the House and Senate to make sure that we don't forget, that this isn't forgotten. Now, there's a tradition when a bill is signed that the president gives a signing pen to each of the people who had something to do with the law or the decision being made in the first place. I promise you, I have all the pens put in the other room. I couldn't figure out how to sign them all, but don't leave without the pen, okay? All right? All right.
Thank you, Mr. President.
You're a lying dog-faced pony. May we never have to sign another, no president ever have to sign another monument like this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Horrible thing.
One last thing. As I said to the survivors and those who lost folks a little earlier in private, you know, what the Congress has done means a great deal, and it's important. But it's really hard. It brings back everything as if it happened yesterday. And every time there's a memorial service for our son, Bo, you know, you're flattered, you feel good about it, you think it's wonderful, the recognition, but it's tough. It's as if it happened yesterday. It happened the day before. It happened the moment you're signing it. So I want to thank the folks who are here and the folks who are survivors who are on Zoom with us. I want to thank them for their courage. I really mean it, for their courage. But I promise you, none of the members of Congress that are here, nor I, nor Jill, are going to let up until we deal with equity across the board. Thank you so very much.
Whoa. Just threw that in there.
You got to come back and get your pens.
Everything's about equity.
All right? Or I'll end up with 17 pens that I don't know what to do with. Okay? And a lion, dog, face, pony soldier.
That was it, really. I mean, good empathy, good showing the human side, but then you just threw in that equity at the last second. You could have talked about radicalization of, you know, terrorism, but let's not talk about the shooter. Let's watch them shake hands. What's going on? Biden's talking. He's talking. He's leaning in. He's saying things. He's probably looking at her and saying,
Come on, man.
She probably just said a lie, and then he went in and said,
Lion, dog, face, pony soldier.
all right, that's it. Wow. Thanks, Joe Biden. I'm so glad they put that on their YouTube. Didn't ask any questions of the press. The press didn't ask any questions. It just signed the law, and that's it. Well, God, what a giant waste of time. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Those of you who watched, I appreciate you. I got a new segment coming out.